Alright, so good afternoon, I guess, and welcome to today. It is 6:19 in the evening, and we are going to get started to head home. Why am I going at 6:19 when I had my half day today, you might be asking? And well, there's a reason for that, and I've worked almost a full day today. And the almost is actually really crucial here because of, well, what happened this morning. For those of you not in the Philadelphia area, you probably haven't heard, so I will put a link in the video description, but there was we'll call it an accident to be as polite as possible on the R7 this morning, where somebody got ran over by a train. And the R7 that did the running over happened to be the one that I was on. So we got on our usual 7:35 R7 this morning. Apparently we should have taken the 16, but well, whatever. We're here now, or the 24, but we're here now. And eventually, a little while, we were, I don't know, like 5 seconds from Bridesburg, the station. And we usually don't make Bridesburg, by the way. That 7:35 is actually an express. So it makes Tarsdale, Holmesburg, and then goes all the way to 30th before it makes another stop from here. But we were stopped there for like, it was probably actually like 10 minutes before they actually told us what was happening. And by told us what was happening, they told us that they hit an object, and I use those quotes, and that they wanted to make sure that it wasn't a person. Lo and behold, it was indeed a person, and it was a fatal hit. But we wound up having to sit basically on a train, for a train ride that normally took like 30 minutes. We wound up sitting on the original R7 for like an hour. And then they actually transferred us onto the one behind us, which is train number 726. We were on 9724. They transferred us onto 726, which is actually the Chestnut Hill train that's supposed to come about 5 minutes before my normal R6 to work. Because if you're not familiar with any of this, I take 2 trains to work, but I need to turn some hair on. But where was I? So we were stuck on this train for probably like an hour sitting outside. More than that, actually. It was like 8:45 by the time we get off. And you were already late for work at this point. But we got off, we got onto that train, and we started making all the stops. Now, the problem is that first off, you have two trains worth of pedestrians on a rush hour train. So everything was absolutely jammed packed. And I have one picture that I took that I will, if I recall, put it on screen right now, of how crowded the train car was, because there was 2 trains worth of people on it, and that train that was basically already full, because they were having delays because of, well, our train. So I don't know exactly where that train was before it came and got us. I don't know if they were waiting at Tacony Station or something with the doors open, but regardless, it was full, completely full, and we had to ride to Center City like that. But the problem was actually that, as I mentioned, we were an express train, and that train, 726, is a local, so it makes Tacony, Bridesburg, and North Philly. And when you think about that, all the people that were on first that were sitting down are the people that needed to get off at Bridesburg or Tacony, because we already, or not Tacony, North Philadelphia, because we already made Tacony. But so they were all there, and everybody who was standing room only were the people that were on the express, because they're the people that don't need to get off at those stations. So it was making things a mess, just everybody trying to actually get out. So we didn't actually wind up getting downtown. Mind you, we got on at 7:35 because it was completely on time getting there. We didn't actually wind up getting downtown until like 9:30. Luckily for me, there was an R6 that left 30th Street at 9:38. So a path opened up for us to get off at 30th Street, and well, we did just that. Well, I'm here again in my chair, so you all know what that means. I don't have to say, well, basically anything. But, so what does all of this mean in terms of tomorrow? Well, I missed an hour today, but I did 7 today. So out of my 20 hours, I've done 8 and 7, so 15 of them. So I've got 5 tomorrow, so I'll be basically working a half day, just a little bit longer, so I'll be out at 2. Not a terrible day. Not a terrible day to end the week. Should actually be a pretty peaceful one, because there's actually no weddings for me this weekend. I'm off, thankfully. So it's actually decently easy, and I can take it because the way the rest of this week's been so far, yeah, pretty needlessly stressful. Oh well. I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. We've got to be up a little bit early to catch a train tomorrow morning, and I'll explain that, I guess, tomorrow morning. Whatever.